Get that big Casper. Look at his antlers. We'll try to look at those antlers here in a minute. Let's get a look at the drop tine on that boy. Look at that long drop tine. Well, it's been a while since we visited the babies in the pens here at the house, so let's do that. I only have 2 bags of carrots left, two 2-pound bags. I've got one bag that I put up in my little yellow red bag. I saved the other bag to go to the other pens maybe on this video if we can. Can't do it this evening because it's almost dark, but it seems like that you get up early in the morning and all of a sudden it's 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and your day's gone and you hadn't got everything done. But they're waiting for me. Look at this right here. They're ready. Look at all of them come. They see my little red bag. They smell the carrots and they're waiting. About everybody has got their collar off in there. Even little Sally doesn't have a collar on anymore. So I'm going to have to put some collars on these deer. But let's go in there and get rid of these 2 pounds of carrots. See what happens. See if we can't have some fun. Okay? How are y'all doing? Huh? How are y'all doing? I've got carrots. Yes, I do. I have carrots. Yeah. Look at that big boy. All right, let me get this chain on. I don't want y'all running around in the woods. There's too much bad things out there. Oh, my goodness. I got them all gathered around me here. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry, girls. I hadn't come to see you in a while. I'm sorry about that, but I got this stuff. I got the goodies. Look at this. Look at this right here. They're all kind of going crazy here. Look at that big Casper. Look at his antlers. We'll try to look at those antlers here in a minute. Let's get a look at the drop tine on that boy. Look at that long drop tine. Is that special? Wow. Wow. Okay. Come on, babies. You're going to have to let me get down here in the middle. You're going to have to let me get down here in the middle. Yeah, we're going to get off down here in the middle. Yes, we are. Well, we can at least get a little bit of room. I wanted to come out here yesterday or the day before, but the ground was wet. I had to let it dry out. I didn't want to get in here and get all muddy. Look at this. Look at this. Come here, girls. Come here, girls. Here, come here. Come here. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, baby, looky there. Looky there. Looky there. Hi there, Prince Charming. Hi, Prince Charming. I think Prince got that. Oh my goodness, everybody is just, oh my goodness. Jimmy, you haven't been out here. Oh, look at all the antlers on this boy, will you? Look at that. Oh, these are my babies. They're going to eat my fingers. They're going to eat my fingers. If y'all bite me, you get a finger instead of a carrot. Oh, these 4 right here. That white doe. That white doe come up here, and there's some of you babies out there. Something. This is just not going to last long at all. This is not going to last long at all. Oh my goodness. I don't even know where. I don't know which one of y'all is wild child. I really don't, because y'all don't have any collars on. I hate to say this, but y'all look alike. I hate to say this, but y'all all look alike. Look at this. Is this crazy? I mean, they're going at it. I needed 10 pounds of carrots, not 2. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, did you see Casper run those off there? Okay. All right, I'm out of carrots. This didn't last long at all here. Less than 2 minutes, they went through this whole 2 pounds of carrots here. And that's it. That was a quick video, wasn't it? All right, big boy. I better quit messing around with your head, hadn't I? You're still a white-tailed deer, even though you're an albino. All right, I'm going to try to get some looks at him right here for the antlers video. How was that? How was that? Was that fun? I didn't get much video there because it just all happened so quickly. In less than 2 minutes, they ate an entire 2 pounds of carrots. I mean, just as fast as I could get them out of the bag. And I threw some out there. I threw some carrots out there, and set that tripod up there just a little bit. Maybe it won't fall over. Golly, Jimmy. Now I know how the guy in the one-man band feels. But that was just a special few minutes right there. It was really a quickie. A quickie in deer terms. But that was pretty much fun. I'm going to have to go wash my hands because I've got deer slobber all over them. But that was a lot of fun. That was really cool right there. It's almost dark. Look at little Sally. Hi, Sally, baby. Sally's such a pretty. Look how tiny Sally is right there. Look at her. She's just a tiny little thing, but she still loves loving. She loves to be loved on, just like Wild Child and Rose and Split Ears. This is Split Ear right here licking my hands. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's special right there. I don't care who you are. That's pretty special. I love it. I love it. That is an absolutely gorgeous sight right there on a cool fall morning. Got down to 58 or 59 degrees, but it's going to get to 90 this afternoon. Is that crazy? Here we are, the end of September, 1st of October, and definitely into fall. And it's 90 degrees. Look at that mountain reflecting in the water. It's just always been a beautiful sight to me. We have so many beautiful calm mornings here. And that's our resident geese. That they're so beautiful because they've become residents, and yet I pretty much keep them run out of the yard. Not totally, but pretty much keep them run out of the yard. And anything that I get after, Benelli knows, she's so smart. I guess the labs are maybe the smartest dogs there are. If there's any dogs any smarter, I don't know who they are. But she's so smart, so she knows if I get after them, she can get after them. Now, wild turkey, she doesn't bother. She can tell the difference between turkey and geese. I don't know how smart you got to be to do that. I can't even do that. and she doesn't bother the deer, but she gets after wild pigs. Again, because I get after wild pigs, because I get after stuff that's wild. She knows that she can get after that stuff and scare it off or run after it or catch it or retrieve it or whatever goes on. But then she sees animals that she's not supposed to mess with. They don't pay attention to her because they learned that as well. But that is a beautiful start to start another beautiful morning here at Twin Eagle Ranch. Heaven on earth. Look at that big boy. Look at that big boy. Big old gobbler right there. Oh, and all these girls with him. All these girls with him. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's Apaches driving up. That's what the deal is. Apaches driving up, and they're all running to the feeder, knowing Apache's going to come over there and feed them something. Look at all that. Look at all that. Is that cool or is that cool? There goes Apache. Out to all of his babies. Apache's cut his hair. All the girls around here thinks it makes him look younger. I don't know if it does or not. I think he looks better though. Look at those deer come up to him. That's something. That's something. That's how you make friends with deer right there. That is exactly how you make friends with deer. That is very, very special. I love it. I love it. For a turkey hunter sitting in the woods with his camouflage on and turkey call in his mouth or in his hand, that's exactly what he would like to be seeing. And that's just a bunch of hens. Now, that would excite him, but he's looking for one with a red head and a big long beard. But that would excite any gal or guy out in the woods hunting right there. Those are just peacefully, calmly feeding along in the woods here on the ranch. It's fall, nearing winter time, so there may or may not be a gobbler around with them. Probably not, to be honest about it, but it could possibly be. That's a nice little bunch of hens right there. The hens are gathering up for the winter. In the wintertime, turkey gather up by sex. So the gobblers all get running around together. They're all friends. They don't fight or carry on. And the hens all gather together. Occasionally a few jakes will stay with them. That's a few of their own offspring that turned out to be gobblers instead of hens, and they're called jakes, of course. And some of the jakes will stay around with the groups of hen. You will see a few jakes mixed in. But generally the jakes break off in their own groups. So you'll see 3 distinctly different groups a lot during the winter. You'll see jakes all together. I haven't seen in Texas and in Kansas both. I have not seen that many in Oklahoma. In Texas, I've seen groups of 100 birds together. In Kansas, I've seen groups of 300 birds together. Now, it's not like that up there right now. The turkey population in Kansas is taking a hit. For what reason, we don't really know. Or at least I don't know. I'm sure probably Kansas Wildlife Department might know. I think if they know, they're not saying. But anyway, I've seen in Texas bunches of over 100. I've actually one time in Texas saw a bunch of 100 that were pretty much all gobblers. A few jakes mixed in, but pretty much all gobblers. But in Kansas, I've seen 2 different bunches the same day going north on one road about a mile apart that probably had 250 to 300 plus birds in that bunch. But that's a fun sight. And a person hunting, a gal or a guy hunting turkeys in the woods that see that would be looking all around, looking for that red head and waiting for that infamous gobble. I want to end this video here at the garden with the most remarkable test of humus oil that we have ever done. I mean, this is absolutely remarkable, and I've been trying to keep you up to date on this. There's a walk out here to it, and it's another 90-degree day, probably 92 or 93. Here we are into October. We're into October, and it's 92 or 93 degrees. I want you to just look behind me at the garden. You can see there that the garden's overgrown with weeds over there, and this last raised mound out there, we put the humus oil and the watermelon seeds. We're going down and take a close look at it, but you can see in the distance there, it's got vegetables growing all over it. Vegetables growing all over it. We're going to take a look because there's some remarkable things. We'll end this video with this. Now we're going to look at this also on our tomato plant video, which I think is into, I believe, 9 weeks. We'll look at those 2 tomato plants. If you'll remember, I put some waterless garden humus oil on the tomato plants that were just in the Twin Eagle Ranch ground, and that wasn't mixed in with humus oil like the other 4. One of them was just about to die, so we'll look at those and see if it brought that back to life or if that thing went ahead and died. And see if maybe it's got any tomatoes on it. We got tomatoes on the other plants. But for right now, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the humus oil that we put in this garden. Keep in mind, we've only had, in the month of September, 2/10 of an inch of rain, 4/10 of an inch of rain the entire month of September on these plants right here. We've not watered them. All they have is humus oil on top of the ground. Not even cultivated in. If it's cultivated in, it's better. But it's definitely the reason that I'll not plant anything without waterless garden humus oil mixed in with the soil. If you remember back from that first video, we planted watermelon seeds down the center of this one aisle right here, down the center of it. Now, we've got a lot of other stuff growing right here. I don't really know what this is right here, but it's not watermelon. It's got some buds on it. And we got something going here. I don't know what that is. It's a big squash or something. I think that is a squash. I believe that's what it is. And look at that. Now this just come up wild. We didn't plant any squash seeds. We just put humus oil over the top of it. I know what these are right here. Those are okra plants. These are okra plants. And when you look at all the little okra starting to grow out of there, look at all those little baby okra growing right there. That's exactly what that is. Those are okra plants. Now these are grown out from just okra that was left laying on the ground. And you can see, if we don't get a frost here sometime pretty soon and kill these babies, it's not going to be long until we have quite a few okra we'll have to come up here and cut. And I'll take over to Sherry's and fry up. Chris made the best homegrown okra in the world. Man, she was a good cook before she got sick. Look at those okra growing right there. The okra growing right there. Now this is where we planted the watermelons. This is stuff that just come up wild. There's another little squash or something just about to bloom out right there, or just about to take form. Here's some off out here to the side. Again, more off out here to the side. And again, we're going to have a lot of okra. And we keep in mind now we've had 4/10 of an inch of rain since these were planted the last week in July. Now we did have about 1.5 inches during August. So, but in September, these are planted the last week in July. So we're about 10 weeks into these here. But now these are coming off of seeds that were simply laying on the ground. And we get up here, we finally get in here to where we started our watermelon plants. You see, this is one that comes just from a seed. You can see how good it's doing. It's got a watermelon on it. Beautiful little small watermelon. He's not very big, but he will be. We come over here. Here's another wild okra plant. And now these okras have grown, all of them have grown too big to eat. Look at the size of that okra. Look at the size of that okra, will you? That is a big, big okra right there. Another giant okra. And those come from just okra that was left laying on the ground. Another watermelon plant here that we growing right out of the dead center. Got watermelons, actually watermelons all over it. Watermelons all over it. Here's a pretty good sized watermelon right there. More watermelons out there and out there. Look at the size of this watermelon here. That's a good sized watermelon. We're going to be able to eat these watermelon, feed some of them to the deer here sometime pretty quick. That's a, can't really see it real good, but there it is right there, a good sized watermelon. And as you go down through the center of the aisle here where we planted, again you can see the plants going off in a lot of different directions. More watermelons. There's a good sized watermelon there. Couple melons there. Another melon right there. Watermelons everywhere. Off out here to the, this is a wild watermelon that came up from a watermelon seed from a bad watermelon that was laying here on the ground. And this happened all the way down this aisle. All the way down the aisle where we planted, and we have watermelons on every single vine that we planted. And we've had 4/10 of an inch of rain in the last 5 weeks. I heard on the Oklahoma City, we got buds on this out here. This is something growing out here wild. I heard in Oklahoma City weather, all of these are out here wild. This is just where we turned and the humus all got out on the ground. So this is all wild stuff that just came up. But I heard on the Oklahoma City weather that that it may not rain in Oklahoma City for the entire month of October. Never has ever happened before. Keep in mind, we got 8 inches of rain in Oklahoma last October. October is one of the wet months that we have, and they're talking that it may not rain at all. That's a pretty watermelon right there. All right. Is that amazing or what? Okay, guys and girls, that'll wrap it up right there. This is one of the most amazing tests that I've ever seen. We didn't cultivate this in. If we cultivate it in, it'll be better. We're hoping to get a greenhouse built this fall, and get that greenhouse built. We're going to plant some stuff in there and grow stuff during the winter. Also, if you look out, you can see the field back out here behind me. Look at that field behind me. We've hayed that. We got a second cutting on our hay. We put humus oil on some food plots, our deer food plots. We did not put the humus oil in the hay fields because I just didn't want to drag that big spreader out down through there and knock the hay down, because I knew we weren't going to get a whole lot of hay anyway. We're going to get a few more hays. That's good. We will put humus oil on all these hay fields. Probably have a bumper crop of hay next year. Waterless Garden Humus Oil by the Sustainable Green Team. It's going to revolutionize gardening, revolutionize farming, revolutionize growing plants and flowers around your house, in your apartment. If you grow stuff this winter in your apartment, make sure that product will hit the market here probably within the next couple of weeks. It's getting pretty doggone close. They've got the packaging and everything ready to go. They have $2 billion worth of humus oil made up already, ready to go. So it's just like the miracle product for growing. Guys and girls, fish lucky, and remember, I sure do love you.